Alrighty, what's up you guys? Reactors here, and in this video we are checking out Marvel Studios Thunderbolts big game trailer. This was the one that came out with the Super Bowl. I've now decided to upload the video so you guys can see my reaction to it. I have seen it already, but just gonna like act like not much has happened. But yeah, I mean maybe we'll find something new. Who knows? And before we get into all this, consider liking and subscribing to the channel. I will be uploading more videos like these as they come along, as I get time to make them. And for you guys wondering about Captain America: Brave New World, that is currently, as of the recording, playing in theaters, so I will check it out soon, and then I'll probably make some videos discussing that. So just knowing that those things are coming up next, and yeah, let's get into this. So just the volume. All right, that should be good. And here we go.
Let's talk facts. The Avengers are not coming. Who will keep the American people safe?
Not a villain.
There's some big threat out there, and you are gonna help me stop it.
Wait, us?
Yeah, you. Why, you got someplace to be? I love that guy.
Bucky's the leader now, I guess.
So none of us comply?
Nope.
So what, do we all just punch and shoot? I can't think of a worse group of people trying to work together.
Wait a sec.
Everyone here has done bad things.
Okay.
You can't escape the past.
Taskmaster somewhere.
Somewhere else.
So you could do something about it now?
His arm in the dishwasher.
Or live with it forever?
Speech coming up.
This could get messy.
No shit. You thought you were gonna be some great saviors? You can't even save yourselves.
Is it the Void? Is that his name? Evil Sentry, I
I
guess.
can't do this. No one here is a hero.
Lena, when I look at you, I don't see your mistakes. That's why we need each other.
Okay, that was really good.
Okay. Yes.
Can't call ourselves that. God, thank you.
Oh well. May. I'm gonna check it out.
This has makings of team.
It's blowing up.
Raise to glory.
Truck flip.
Bring light from the darkness.
Ooh.
This team can be the heroes on the waiting spots. With a little giddy part.
I see. So Dark Avengers, right?
See, have you slept?
I'll sleep when I'm dead.
I'd like not to die today, so maybe somebody else will be driving.
Alrighty, well there's that. Stuff. Wow, what a trailer. Before I get into this, let me know what you've thought of it so far in the comments below. And we're going to go ahead and sort of just dive right into all the stuff that's happening in this. Alright, sounds good. Here we go. So just with the opening scene over here, we can clearly see that that there is something going on. This looks like to be New York, obviously, and but the villain, I guess we saw Bob, who I think will become Sentry, whose evil side may become the Void, as some people are calling him. And people are saying about how he's so powerful, he can do all these crazy things, and how like Marvel's gonna have to nerf him so the Thunderbolts are gonna be able to beat him. I wonder how much damage and destruction he will cause. He'll probably do a lot, but I'm wondering, because it does seem like a very slim chance that they do beat him, if you compare his powers with the Thunderbolts, who are just more so like normal people but enhanced, with either super soldier serum or have some set of skills, but they're not like, like the Avengers level, like they're not like Spider-Man with his powers, or I guess like Captain Marvel, or none of that really is here. So they're more on the street level normal side here. And yeah. Now, there may be some people who may think that the Thunderbolts movie does not take place in Earth 616. It takes place in a separate timeline. I have doubts with that theory. We know the Fantastic Four is, but but I feel like this one isn't the same one. And if you're arguing maybe they've changed their hair and all, like Bucky, I'm like, dude, Black Widow's changed her hair like 10 times, man. Like, come on, like, let's be real here. It's in the same universe. It has to be. It just makes the most sense. Let's not, try to think too hard, and let's just focus on where we're at. All right. So here we have New York. Maybe a little sunsets going on. This may be something related to when we see the villain. Maybe he's out here doing stuff, but let's keep going. Okay, so this scene probably is either towards the beginning or towards the end. Now here we have what's her name? Valerie, I think that's her name. Val, whatever. I forgot. It's been a while since I've seen her, but we have some sort of like it's like the U.S. like some sort of meeting is going on here. I don't know which governmental department it is, but something's happening here, and she's like, the Avengers are gone. Who's going to keep the people safe? Now, I don't know how exactly the sort of recruiting process will happen, because again, she's reached out to these people before. She reached out to Yelena, Black Widow's sister, in at the end of Black Widow, right? And she told them to go after Hawkeye, who she said was the one who had her sister be killed. So that some stuff happened there. Then she was also, and actually before that, she was, we saw her in at the end of The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, when she was talking to John Walker, and she was like, things that are about to become weird. And I remember you rock stars, their channel was like, things are going to become weird. How? I believe it was them. So now I think we sort of see what's happening here. She's reached out to these people. We haven't seen her. We haven't seen her reach out to Ghost or Taskmaster, because those people were in separate movies, so in the past, so we never really saw her reaching out to them. And she did not reach out to Bucky, So I'm sort of wondering how this sort of team does form. Here's what I feel like. I feel like Bucky isn't one of the people she recruits. I more so think that I think Bucky may have been at this meeting, because again, we see him with a suit and tie. I don't know if it was in this one or in a different meeting. But she's probably, I don't know if she's trying to recruit them, but she's definitely giving them some sort of job, just because I mean, Yelena did know that Valerie was wrong. She was trying to like sort of, I guess, put the Avengers at odds against each other, and she was like, who's going to keep the American people safe? I'm assuming that she has something to say on that. She has some sort of team that she feels like, should be like the next group of like Avengers, I guess, to keep the people safe. So, because we know that in this world there's so many like threats happening. It's crazy. It's how it's mostly in LA or New York and a couple cities, but that's just the case. Deal with it. So if you don't live in those cities, you have a hard chance of survival, but they happen. And she was like, her point being, is we live in this very dangerous world. We need people who will keep the citizens safe. And I'm pretty sure she's going to try to impose some sort of plan on that. Whether that be, her idea of assembling this team, maybe not the Thunderbolts per se, but, some sort of thing. And, maybe enhancing them or giving them powers or something. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure she has some agenda in mind. I don't know if the people hearing her out are gonna agree to her, but she will come up with something, I'm assuming here.
Let's talk facts. The Avengers are not coming.
Okay, yeah, so I'm assuming that this is related to that scene from the beginning. This sort of like, I forget the name of the shot, but just like this view of New York City and this destruction and chaos happening. I don't know if it's the Void or someone else. Again, I'm not entirely sure, but maybe. So you could see all this sort of mess happening, like things are falling, and happening. I don't know what exactly the goal is here between all this destruction, because it's not just the destruction itself. So I'm wondering if a fight scene's happening here, or is he just like, is the villain just making the people be afraid? There has to be some sort of motive going on. I'm not entirely sure what that is, but if you have an idea what's behind all this destruction, then, fill me in. Yeah, see, so we saw the villain there. I don't know if I can pause at that split moment. I'm gonna try to do that. Okay, there we go. I tried to do it sooner. So yeah, you can see how his hand's like this. And then, I don't know if that's his shadow or is that some guy falling in that person's shadow. It's giving me vibes of like the X-Men, especially like Magneto and all. He's done like, I think, a similar sort of hand move. I believe so. I might be wrong on that, but especially like Days of Future Past and all that stuff. I mean, it's a popular movie, but you know he's doing it as well, and so yeah. So they're running again. Like we see shadows, you know, coming all over here. So I'm assuming, is that his shadow or is that someone else's shadow?
The
We see multiple shadows there.
American people safe.
Okay, yeah. So Bucky is at this event. Okay, so I'm assuming this was the same event that Bucky attended. Maybe there's some sort of congressional meeting. I'm not really sure what's happening here, but he's here. I don't know if she invited him to attend or the backstory behind this, but he's there as well. And we got like a bunch of like I guess camera people. Forgot what they're called. Critics. I don't know. Not critics. Okay, yeah. So this Marvel Studios logo is in the color yellow. I don't know why. I mean, there's a lot of yellow coloring into this. Usually it's red, right? Marvel Studios we know and love. But they decided to go with the yellow color palette for this one. There's some big threat out there. Okay. So again, they haven't explained to us what exactly the threat is, but you know, we've sort of gone into what it could be. And I don't know if this is Bucky. Maybe it's towards the end, the final battle scene, because when he's talking to them, he's saying that there's some big threat out there that's happening towards the beginning. So I wonder how he finds out about this threat. You know, maybe the bad guy just sends a little postcard. No, I guess we'll see. Yeah, see, this is a really cool shot. You know, you can see that something like big and scary and massive is just shadowed all over this. So something's definitely up. And you're going to help me stop it. Okay, so my assumption is this, okay? We see all these people, right? We know that they're being chased by someone, and I think Bucky, you know, helps them sort of, you know, escape, I guess. And then I guess he ties them up over here. Now, one thing to keep in mind is Taskmaster is not in this scene, all right? We just have Yelena and Red Guardian. I don't know how Red Guardian gets involved in this. I mean, I know he's Yelena's dad, but he's there. And then we have John Walker and Ghost over there. I forgot Ghost's real name. Ant-Man and the Wasp came out years ago, man. I was living a different life back then. But yeah, still a huge Marvel fan back then. So yeah, Taskmaster is not here. So has she died? What's the whole backstory with this? And I feel like Taskmaster, in my opinion, is one of my less interested characters that I am interested in. Now, Yelena said that they've all done bad things. Has Ghost really done bad things? I mean, maybe she harmed some people, but let's be honest. She was in a Ant-Man movie where the comedy is like through the roof, you know? So I'm just trying to understand, you know? I mean, the rest, yeah, they've done some stuff, but I don't know about Ghost, per se. She's probably on the lower end of this spectrum. But they're all here, and he's like, "Why?" And she's like, "What, you want us to help us?" And Bucky's like, "Why, you got someplace else to be?" Yeah, that's fair, you know, because you think about it, they're like enhanced individuals in some way, right? They have skills, but you know, no one thinks of them like Avengers. They're more like B tier, like people who have skills. So no one's really calling them for help. So Bucky is like, all right, he's gonna try to find who else is left and who's best available for this job. And I think he's trying to sort of find out like his own sort of like band of misfits, I guess, and trying to sort of assemble them together. So that's cool. And I'm pretty sure Bucky survives this movie. I'm only saying that because there have been reports that he was on set for where they're going to film Avengers Doomsday, which begins filming next month. I'm excited to hear about that. So there's a good chance he does survive, and maybe some of them may as well. Maybe Taskmaster does die. I don't know about that, but we'll see. So you can see how they're like listening carefully, and she's like, wait, us. I'm assuming Bucky's gonna give some sort of motivational speech here. There's gonna be a lot of speeches, but I'm assuming him and Red Guardian, we both know that they're gonna throw out some speeches.
Yeah, you. What, you got someplace to be? Love that guy.
Okay, so you can see how I don't think Yelena is tied up in the rope. I'm assuming maybe either she breaks herself out, maybe because she's very skilled at this stuff. And I think Red Guardian, he just doesn't care. I'm assuming he could, let himself go, but he doesn't care as much about being tied up. And it's funny. I don't know why. Maybe Bucky goes harder on Walker, especially after the incidents that they had together. But we'll see. I'm hoping though that Bucky and Walker can come to some sort of like arrangement together, especially what happened after the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, because you do know that Walker sort of tried to become a good guy, and like I think he helped push some like truck or something. I'm not. I can't. I'm trying to vaguely remember. It's a year since I saw it, but we'll see.
So none of us.
So she's about to jump and dive off. I'm assuming this may be, and here's my idea. This will either take place, I think, towards the beginning of the movie where we see all of them living a separate lifestyle. John Walker with his child, and then Yelena and Red Guardian. Maybe they're now living as a family, and because she cared a lot about the family that they had with Black Widow and all that. So you know, maybe she's on some mission here, and it's gonna just open with her jumping off of this building and doing something.
Comply? So what, we all just punch and shoot?
So I'm gonna try to pause it at the right moment.
So none of us comply? So what, we all just punch and shoot?
So John Walker is just like, yeah, I guess. I don't know what room they're in. People are saying I think this might be sort of the Avengers Tower, but remodeled and rebranded because we do know that I think Valerie's the one who buys the Avengers Tower. Especially I think what happened after No Way Home, or was it? No, it was at Homecoming. I think when it was sold. I don't exactly remember. Homecoming was years ago, but if she has bought it, because remember in the previous trailer, she's like the place wasn't cheap, but it's got good optics, right? That's what she said. So this may be the Avengers Tower, but now there's a whole like darker tone going towards it.
Shoot?
So I don't know where they're at. Is Taskmaster here? I don't know. So there's sort of maybe there's some sort of SWAT team. I don't know who these people are actually coming out after them, but you can see Taskmaster trying to take down one guy. We see Ghost standing there. There's Yelena, and then there's Red Guardian who's maybe choking some guy or just strangling him. I don't know. And then Bucky beat that guy up who's in the air right next to him.
I can't think of a worse group of people trying to work.
So I don't know who Val was talking in that in the car, but I guess we'll find out. Here's my assumption again. This is also one of the beginning scenes with what were their names again? Forgot. Black Widow's sister. Oh yeah, Elena and Red Guardian.
Together.
Who's the guy who's behind her? Is that Bob?
Everyone here has done bad things.
Okay, so there's Ghost. So maybe my assumption is that towards the beginning of the film, they all get invited here, they're confused, and then they all just start, shooting at each other. I'm still curious as to how this meetup occurs, or when it does occur, but we'll see. I don't know what Bucky was shooting at. I'm assuming there must have been some sort of villain or something. I don't think he was just doing target practice. And then, this building is blown up, and we're left to assume that Yelena was the one who caused it.
Can't escape the past.
And then on the phone, she was like mission accomplished or something. I don't know. So I'm assuming that she's just living like paycheck to paycheck. Completing all these some sort of missions. If someone needs something done, someone needs something exploded, or someone needs someone dead, things like that, like a hitman, I guess. And then she's like, you can't escape the past, right? So they've done that things before. Ghost, I guess, less so. Here we do see Taskmaster, with the bow and arrow. Yeah, I don't know exactly what's going on here.
It's like your mind is some.
Okay, here's my question. So Yelena does sort of take this guy in as prisoner. I mean, she duct tapes his mouth. But is this Bob or is this guy someone else? Because I've seen this guy in a couple other shots.
Well,
Might be someone else. Not giving up. Okay. So Bucky, we know that he has put his, is it vibranium? It's vibranium, right? His vibranium arm. I'm trying to remember the elements. His arm in the dishwasher to get it cleaned. I guess maybe he gets like blood on it or stuff. Well, that's my only assumption why I need to clean it. I mean, it is a pretty strong metal. I don't know how the dishwasher is handling that. One of the strongest out there. Maybe again, this is similar to my assumption, like getting like Hobbs and Shaw sort of vibes here. This team up where they're all like living their lives separately. Maybe some sort of thing happens, and then eventually they do come together. In my opinion, I'm really sold on that thing. Maybe he's like cooking or making some food. Maybe he's watching TV. I don't know. You can see over here that he's on the phone with someone. So maybe he's getting a call from someone, and maybe he's about to spring into action, or I guess he's just wearing his arm, I guess. I'm not entirely sure about the details with that. Yeah, so this is the team who was coming after them. This may be the same group of people who they took down, who we saw got taken down at the beginning. Okay, so here we see Bucky and Red Guardian. Bucky's driving, they're both laughing. I'm assuming they must have done something crazy and had just a lot of fun, it's just a great moment. I can feel like these two characters are gonna have some great chemistry and are gonna get along pretty well. Um, you know, I'm just getting that sort of vibes. I don't know if Red Guardian knew who Bucky was when he was the Winter Soldier. Um, I'm not entirely sure about that because he did ask him what sort of super soldier serum did you get, and he was like he got Hydra, and I guess Red Guardian, did he get super soldier serum or no? Did he get like the Russian version? I don't exactly remember. Let me know in the comments, but he looks like they're having a great time. Okay, they crashed the truck into here. Was this the place where they beat people up? I don't know. Okay, yeah, they're beating them up over there. This could get messy. So again, I don't know if she's injecting her or him with the serum or whatever's in there. I'm not entirely sure. Okay, we're cutting between different scenes, so there's that. Okay, now we're getting to the central villain. Again, we can see his hand over here, so they're only showing us tidbits, shadows. We haven't seen him in his full form, I guess. I mean, they tried to do a similar thing with Galactus in the Fantastic Four trailer, but and then Bucky's hair, it's always so long, it's just getting in the way. Like, I don't even think he can see.
You thought you were gonna be some great savior.
So I'm assuming here they didn't know who exactly. I think this is the guy who they introduced as Bob, right? Again, they're trying to hide it. They're not trying to say his name or anything, or what role he's gonna play. But maybe he becomes evil, and because first he is good, right? Maybe he's on their side. Then maybe something happens to him. He develops some sort of alter ego, and then Bucky tries to sort of like pin him down. But then maybe he becomes angry. I don't know how he changes into the Void, but Bucky's he's sort of worried. Like he's unable to calm him down, control him, and I'm sort of getting like Age of Ultron vibes. Where you try to build something good or have something good, but it's like monster everything comes out. It's really like that Iron Man realization when he realizes that, oh, my bot Ultron is evil and it's gonna cause chaos. Yeah, he tore his arm off.
You can't even save yourself.
So again, we see the villain over there. We see all these people looking at him, taking like pictures with their phone and stuff. And we see the Thunderbolts just lined up over here and seeing him, I guess. Or maybe it's someone else, I don't know. So he just it's like fly. And he flew. So maybe they got beaten up, or I don't know why, but Bucky looks tired. I mean, they all look tired in some way. And we can tell, I guess they're going to different locations in this one, maybe different places, but I'm not entirely sure.
We can't do this.
So she's like, we can't do this, no one here is a hero. And I guess that's true, in some way, some form.
No one here is a hero.
Lena, when I look at you,
Okay, now here comes the second speech from the Red Guardian. So yeah, there's Walker and Walker's child, and he's reading on the phone The Fall of a Hero, the John Walker story. Few have fallen from grace, something heir to the mantle of Captain America. Not long ago, Walker was thrust into the consciousness with all the fanfare. Washington, something mustard. Notification which for the full story. This is pinned. The story of what went wrong long before his unveiling a few short years ago. So he's reading a story, about how he was sort of supposed to become the new Captain America. I mean, Falcon did, but he kind of felt robbed of that, And, I mean, he publicly executed someone, after one of his best friends died. So
see
there's
our
that.
mistakes. That's why we need each other.
You need each other, okay? Again, Taskmaster is not here, Again, I'm wondering, does Taskmaster end up working with the villain? I'm confused. Someone please fill me in. Because if Taskmaster does, again, we've been saying this since the beginning. Why are we not getting any Taskmaster? And it can't be that, she's in, other scenes, But, why isn't she in the main ones, Because she should be, in the front row center with, all these other people. So, I'm not sure about that.
Okay, that was really good.
We are the
So he said we are the Thunderbolts. Okay.
Thunderbolts.
I don't know how exactly the naming came up, but oh well.
And call ourselves that. God, thank you.
Okay, there's Ghost. She got a new suit. Okay, May. So I guess here you can see how they landed in the helicopter and they're going inside the tower. So there is that going on. Okay, again, I don't know if Taskmaster's in or not. I don't see her, but this is some scene where they're all like maybe in the elevator and they all sort of look angry. I don't know if this is when the villain's broken out or maybe they're going after Valerie because maybe they realize that I'm assuming she must be hiding something, from them. I'm not entirely sure what because I don't fully trust her, right? No one really should. Especially with all the false information, the lying and deceiving that she's done before. So again, there's this huge like sort of car ride going on here. I don't know exactly why they're taking some sort of road trip, but we'll see. Yeah, so that is the guy who we saw earlier, named Bob. There's this red room, which is blowing and burning up. I don't know why this is happening, but no, well, this is the scene. At first, people thought that Bucky became like the Winter Soldier again, and he was the one who was sort of chasing after the team and maybe was like the bad guy, but no. As the Canadian pointed out, he was the one who helped them escape and saved them. Elena, Bucky, John Walker, Red Guardian, Ghost, Taskmaster. Alright. This is a cool shot. Again, I'm getting like very like X-Men vibes in this one just because he seems so powerful, So it's great that we're getting this level of villain, but people are saying maybe too much because, he's going against the Thunderbolts, not like the Avengers or something. Yeah, so that helicopter is gone. Bye-bye. Bucky saved them. I don't know what is happening here. I'm just trying to pause at moments. Yeah, so a lot of destruction again going on. So they're pushing against something. Maybe something is about to fall. So there's that happening. So she's shooting maybe at the person who's coming after them. Not entirely sure. That's cool stuff happening. We see John Walker again. Again, we know that they're beating up all these people who are after them. This truck is going to crash into that truck, and Bucky's going to save these people using his arm. Yeah, we got stuff going on here. There's a lot of like, toning in this movie, between like light and darkness. And that's why maybe they're going to be called like the Dark Avengers again. You'll probably find out what this asterisk means sometime soon, hopefully. Or is it when the movie comes out? We'll know. So we see them all in formation, walking together, and again, I don't think Taskmaster is here. And that's it. This is just a funny scene. I'm not gonna break down here.
Not to die today, so maybe somebody else should be driving.
Yeah. Alrighty, you guys. Well, that is the breakdown that I sort of have. Again, I just shared my 2 cents with all the scenes that we've gotten. There may be some more details that I've overlooked or maybe I was wrong about, but you can always feel free to correct me. And if you have any information, let me know in the comments below. As always, just stick around with the channel. Make sure those notifications are on when I do upload new videos, so you can be aware of all that good stuff that'll be happening. And that's about it, you guys. Eagle Versace Reactor is out. Take care, you guys, and I'll see you guys next time.